Okay. Hey, I'm Elizabeth. I wanted to talk to you guys about MEPS, Military Insurance Processing. Um, I went last week to MEPS, and I was scared shitless because I watched all these YouTube videos and read on all the forums, like all this crazy shit that would happen. You would get DQ'd, and you know, there's the end of your career, right? So I went to MEPS, and first I went to my recruiting station and got on a bus with like three other recruits, and we went to MEPS, and they had to take their ASVAB, so they dropped them off there. But I'd already taken my ASVAB, so I just went to the hotel. But for those who've never taken an ASVAB, first off, key things: you want to get good AFQT, so it's like math knowledge, arithmetic reasoning, word knowledge, and paragraph comprehension. I suck at math. Suck. Like, really, really bad. But I aced my word knowledge and paragraph, so I got a really good verbal expression score, which helped me qualify to get into the military. Um, it was no big deal. It's just a test. Take your time. Study. Don't be stupid. Like, study for it. I study for it. Like, make sure you study. So, after you do that, which I had already done, I went to the hotel for the night, had a roommate, got some food, went to bed, tried to go to bed at like 10 early, didn't sleep. Then next morning at 4 a.m., woke up, took a quick shower because you want to be all clean and shit because you're going to get a physical. Did that, got on a bus with like 60 other people, got to MEPS. They like scan you in, and you get like a name tag, and like you wear the whole day and like whatever. You're already in the system because of your fingerprint, so they just fingerprint you in and it pulls up all your file and shit. And they took all of us into a room and did our health questions that we've already answered. It's like the same shit you already answered with your recruiter, like, have you broken any bones? Well, if you say yes, like you have broken bones, you have to get a waiver. And if you haven't already gotten your waiver, you're probably going to be instantly DQ'd. So hopefully you have gotten a waiver, you know? I haven't broken any bones, so I'm pretty lucky, which made it really easy. And they just, like, they threaten you over and over. They're like, military code of justice. If you lie to us, you will go to jail for 2 years, And you'll hear that, like, the whole day. So don't let it scare you, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you're telling the truth, you're fine. Then, after that, like, when you leave that room, they give you a breathalyzer. Make sure you're not, like, drunk, because then you're instantly DQ'd. So don't drink the night before, and don't use any mouthwash that has alcohol in it that morning, because breathalyzer, you know what I mean? Then, after that, it's like the square room, and it's like different processing rooms for whatever you need to do. So we went in to do a pee test, and I had this really mean Navy woman staring at me, and I couldn't pee. I was just like, because it's my first time doing a pee test in front of people. It's not as easy, you know what I mean? Like, it's awkward, like, especially for girls, I don't know. So I couldn't pee, and I was like, well, what happens now that I can't pee? And she's like, well, you have to try to do it again. If you can't do it today, you have to come back within 3 days to do it, and you can't enlist today. And I was like, oh, fuck that, because I was wanting to enlist that day. So I just started chugging water, like probably drank like 30, 40 cups of water, and then kept doing things. And so then I went, while I was waiting to pee, like waiting for the water to kick in, I went and did a hearing test. And you sit in this booth, and everybody's beside you, and they like little pulley screens next to you, and you pull it, and you put on these headphones. It's like really quiet little sounds. You have to like click it every time you hear it. The thing is, you can hear everybody else's fucking sounds. Like, I heard the people next to me's little sounds when they were going off, so you have to make sure it's your sound. And you click it. I aced it. I have, like, freakishly good hearing, so that was no biggie. Then after that, I went in the line to get my blood drawn, because they give you an HIV test. So they drew my blood. I don't like needles. It was no big deal, though. I just didn't look at it. They put it in my body, whatever. Then I went to the blood pressure, check your blood pressure, passed that fine. Then I went for an eye test. When you go to the eye test, if you're going to do a specialty, like in the Army, I wanted to do airborne, which is like parachuting, jumping out of planes. You have to tell them at the eye test that you want to do airborne, because I have to give you a special airborne test to see if you qualify. So they did my airborne test, which is like making sure I'm not colorblind, which I wasn't. Gave me my eye test. I have 20/20 vision. Awesome. Then after that, they gave me a form to fill out for airborne, so I had to fill out an extra information form. Same health question form you just always fill out. Then I went back to do my pee test because I was like had to pee, and I got a nicer Coast Guard woman this time watching me, and she was really chill. And at first I was like, oh, I can't pee, and I peed, and then like you have to hold the cup and wait for this dude to open the door and take it from you, and you can't let go of your cup until they take it from you. And they were doing all the guys, and I was the last girl, so I sat there like for 30 minutes holding a cup full of my urine, talking to a Coast Guard chick about the Coast Guard. Then I finally got my pee test, and when they do that for girls, they give you a pregnancy test too. It's negative. And then they gave me a sugar test to make sure you don't have like sugar in your urine or whatever. Didn't. And then that gets sent off for like a drug test, which will be fine because I'll pass it. Then after that, let's see. Then they take you in the room for the physical part. There was only 3 other girls beside me, so there was 4 girls. We walk in, basically just in our underwear. It's freezing. They make you do all these stupid tests, like joint tests and like flexing your arms up and down as fast as possible and hands to the side. Stupid shit. Then they make you fucking duck walk. And I have watched the duck walk, so I was like prepared, right? But I started duck walking, and it wasn't that easy. Like, I duck walked fine, but I was doing it flat-footed, so they got mad at me. I had to do it again. But you had to make sure when you do your duck walk, your heel hits the ground first, then your toe. So you're walking your heel first. Otherwise, you could get DQ'd. I was lucky they were really cool with me. Then you do this one thing where you're on the ground with both your knees on the floor, and you have to just lift up at like both your knees at the same time. Trouble with that too, because my right knee kept trying to lift before my left, but I got it. Passed that. Then the girls go in, like a gyno exam. It wasn't even that bad. Like, it took like 2 minutes. They like felt my boobs, like some Chinese dude, and then he like spread my legs, looked, I guess just to make sure I have all the parts, like lady parts, and then it was like done. And I was like, okay. After that, you have to do a final physical exam with the head person, and they review all your chart. And then he was like, oh, you're doing airborne, okay, close your nose and then blow, tell me what happens. So you do that, and your ears are supposed to pop for airborne. My ears popped. He's like, congratulations, you passed for airborne. He's like, congratulations, you also passed your physical. And I was like, yeah. So then I went to get food and do all that. And I will actually I'm going to continue this in video number 2 because I want to tell you about like getting your contract and all that. And it's already 8 minutes, so there will be a number 2 video, so look for that. Okay.